Step 6 in our 10-step strategy is to know the details of your assignment. So most of the assignments are going to focus around a game where actually two nations are competing against each other, whether or not it's a church watch party or it's a personal home watch party you're doing, or if you're going to a community watch party, or you're actually going to the venue site. Most of the assignments will center and focus on two nations that are playing each other. So when you're getting to know the details of the assignment, there's 4 things that you should really get educated on. You should know the game, who's playing. You should know something about the nations. You should know the people, the soccer fans, how they express themselves at soccer games, and you should know the actual venue site. So let's start with knowing the game. So who's playing in the game? Who are the best players on those teams? So if I were going to an assignment to share the gospel with Egyptians, it would be helpful for me to know Mo Salah, the best player on Egypt's national team. It would be good for me to know something about his club. Right now, Mo Salah plays for Liverpool FC, but there's a lot of speculation on what his future is going to be at this point. So if you're going to go to a venue site where Egyptians are playing, knowing about the best players, the clubs they play for, the local gossip on those national teams is going to be really, really, really helpful. You should also ask the question, like, what should you wear? So there's lots of laughter right now in the American soccer community because the USA World Cup jerseys look like Where's Waldo, right? So if you guys remember back to when Landon Donovan played in the World Cup, he iconically, they had these jerseys where it's white and red stripes, and it seems like that's going to be the World Cup kit for 2026. So I don't know, it might be funny to go to a US watch party maybe dressed as Where's Waldo, right? So what we're trying to say is, like, you need to know the game, who's playing, knowing the best players on those teams, knowing the club, being sensitive to what to wear. If you're going to go to an Egyptian game, wearing red's probably a good idea. A USA game, red, white, and blue for sure. Like, know the game. Second, knowing the nation can be really, really helpful. So if you go to an Egyptian game, it's good to know something about Mo Salah. It's good to know something about how they did in the African Cup of Nations, but it's also good to know, like, where is Egypt? Can you identify it on a map? Knowing the capital, knowing maybe their biggest companies can be helpful. Just like knowing the nation, knowing something about their history. What are they really proud of? Like, the ability for a tourist to be able to talk about their nation's best soccer player, an American who knows something about their best soccer player, and then an American who knows something about their country and their culture, like, that's just going to break down walls, and it's going to open up opportunities to share the gospel. But then third, like, know the people. Like, some soccer fans are different. Some fans react one way to a win than others. So, like, knowing the actual fans, how do they express their excitement? Is there a chant that they love to sing? Knowing something of their national anthem, knowing something about their rivals, all of that's really, really important, but also knowing maybe some cultural sensitivities. Like, every culture has things that we're sensitive to that are, that we wouldn't say are acceptable or even maybe respectful. So knowing the people, the soccer fans specifically, but also their culture would be really helpful. And then finally, after you've decided on your assignment, knowing the actual venue site would be really important. Some places you need permission to hand out literature. That was the case when we went down to San Diego. We needed to get permission to handing out our flyers at the train depots, and we were able to get permission. So do you need permission? Where do you park at the venue site? Can you set up a booth? When is the best time to arrive? What can you distribute and where can you distribute these things? After you decide on your assignment, you need to spend some time doing some research, right? Researching the game, the nations, the people that are being involved, but also the venue site. That's our step 6 in our 10-step strategy, getting to know your assignment.